Each student, every student, each and every student. What's the difference between each, every, and each and every? That's what we'll talk about today. Of course, I'm Jennifer from JForrestEnglish.com. Now let's dive in and get started.
So the question is on each and every. What's the difference between each and every? And then, of course, we have the expression that we learned in the Finally Fluent Academy, each and every. So when do we use them together? Individually. So each. This refers to an individual object or person. Okay, and that's the important part, an individual object or person. So when I say each student wrote the test, I'm looking at Gobi as a student, Alexander as a student, Ali as a student, and I'm viewing them as individuals. Each student wrote the test. Now, every, it refers to a group of objects or people. But important to know that that group is viewed as one, okay? So when I say every student wrote the test, I'm imagining that Gobi, Alexander, and Ali are just one group that's made up of three individuals. So each we're referring to as individual, every, it's a group. Okay, notice with every here, because it's viewed as one, it's a group, then it's a compound noun. And that's important because notice our noun is singular. Because even though my group has three students in it, students, plural, but I'm viewing it as one. So as a compound noun, you want a singular noun. Every student wrote the test. So this is incorrect. As you can see, my spell checker doesn't like it. It wants me to change it to student because with the S, that's incorrect. You can't say that. Now, if you only have two objects or two people, then you have to use each. You can't use every. Okay, so here I have two hands, right? So we can use with objects or people. So I have two hands and I can say I have a ring on each hand. I can't say I have a ring on every hand because I only have two hands and we don't use every with two. So just remember that. Each, it has to be two objects. Now, you could also, I have a ring on each hand. You can say that, but I could also say I have a ring on both hands. Now, notice here, when I use both, you are putting an S on the noun. So with both, you have a plural noun that follows. And with both, I'm just looking at this and this together, okay? But with each, remember, it's that individual. So my left hand and my right hand, but I'm still seeing my hands as individual. Here, I'm seeing my hands just together as two. But remember, we can't use every with two. So how about this one? She has a ring on every finger. Now notice here, we can say this because we have more than two fingers, right? So finger is singular because we're using every, even though it represents 10, or if you want to be a stickler for the rules, then it would be 8 because technically your thumbs aren't fingers. So you can think of it as 8 or 10, whichever you'd like. So in this case, if you have more than two objects or people, honestly, you can use each or every. So here, I could also say she has a ring on each finger because I have more than 2 fingers. So in that case, you can use each, you can use every. So if there are 20 students in my class, I could say each student passed the test, every student passed the test, and there's really no difference in these sentences. The choice is yours. Just remember to make it singular. Now, each and every. This is commonly done where we just put them together. Each and every student passed the test. So notice it's still singular. And why would we do this? Why would we put it together? Similar to our last one, it's just used to add emphasis. That's it. So if I say each student passed the test compared to each and every student passed the test, this one, it just sounds way more emphatic. And that's the only difference.
Awesome job with this lesson. Now, make sure you leave some examples in the comments below to practice your new vocabulary. And if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe. And before you go, make sure you head on over to my website, JForrestEnglish.com, and download your free speaking guide. In this guide, I share 6 tips on how to speak English fluently and confidently. And until next time, happy studying. Awesome job with this lesson. I can't wait to read your examples in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.